Morning guys, I would like to start this video by making it clear that this is not a tea video. It's not a tea from my FYP. It is not a gossip video. I'm making this video largely because number one, I think that it is important that we speak about people who have victimized us and we name and shame them in order to keep our communities safe and the people in our communities safe and equip them with information that they might need to know going forward. Secondly, I want to say that everything that I will say on this video is alleged. I do not know anything about the occurrences that are being discussed in this video. I am simply relaying information that I have found. So this is not to paint anyone as anything. It is not to skinner about anyone. It is simply to say, this person is said to be a harmful individual, and this is what their alleged victim says about them. Again, all alleged. Yesterday, I saw this tweet that says, "Bad day to be a grapist or ab user. I hope the fave Sunday influencer knows." Obviously, I kind of didn't know who they were speaking about, so I was like, I'm not sure who this is about, but Twitter being Twitter, obviously at some point right? So I came back yesterday to find that the tweet had then been quoted by someone I'm assuming is named Pierre. And they had quoted this tweet and said, "Seeing the replies to this just makes my blood boil because he tried to grape me in varsity at a UJ race. Here I was thinking he learned something from that incident, but clearly not. His name is Sabelo and I will never forget that night. Sabelo TheKreator." Pierre also then dropped screenshots of messages, and I'm not sure if the messages were sent to like a friend or rather someone who they were relaying this information to. They say all the way at the top it was cut out, but they say, "Yep, I was sleeping. It was very late at night. I remember waking up feeling a male part touch my bum. He had already removed my pants because I did not sleep naked. You know, when you are deep asleep and wake up suddenly, your mind isn't really there. Like, am I still dreaming? What's happening? I turned around and there's a man in my bed, underwear on his knees, and he's trying to me. I started to push him off and he still tried to do it. I tried to be very quiet because my other roommates were there sleeping. I don't know why, but my first thought was that I don't want these guys to know about this and the fact that I am gay. I guess that's why I did not scream or anything like that. I just physically stopped him. And remember, he's a very big guy. Even back then, he was big. I started talking to him to tell him to stop. That's why he started to panic and pull up his pants and left. I went back to bed. I was shaking and out of my mind. I don't recall what happened next. There's another text in which they say, "I texted my friend who was also his friend and told her what happened. I don't remember if I texted her in the morning or that same night. She got angry and tried to fight him, then eventually went with me to res management to report him. They asked me to press charges and not report the incident to UJ because it will affect his life and career. He did not ask for forgiveness at the beginning. When the ladies at the management office asked him why he did that, he said, 'I wanted it and I have been giving him signals that I want him.' Mind you, we have never had a conversation. The only time we said words to each other was when maybe we used the same elevator and just said hi. And they asked him to apologize, and damn, I wish he would have heard that apology. He was popular with those res ladies, so I see why they kind of protected him. I was young back then and I really shouldn't have listened to them because look now, he's doing it to other people." Pierre then posts more screenshots. I'm assuming they had posted some of this information to their Instagram, and then somebody replied and said, "Sabelo TheKreator." And Pierre then says, "That one, yes." That person who was replying to the story says, "Yo, I also have a story, but it's so vivid." I'm assuming they wanted to say it's so vague because I was super drunk. But what I know is that I escaped. Another screenshot where someone says, "I have a friend with a similar story." Pierre says, "Involving the same guy." The person says, "Yes." Well, yeah. Pierre asks, "Is it recent? I hope one day he can speak out." The person then replies, "No, it's not recent." Another person then replied and said, "I know this bastard. I went through the same thing with him back in varsity 2019. I hate this to the core. Sorry you had to go through that, bro, but I know exactly how you feel." Now, I want to again emphasize that everything that is being said in this video is alleged. These are all just texts that I found on Twitter with information that I am now relaying, right? Now, there are other people who then kind of, I guess, because it's Twitter, chimed in to either express their opinion or engage in the conversation. One of those people said, hey, so I need us to actually take the allegations against Sabelo TheKreator seriously. Someone who was moving that mad before fame absolutely has to be deplatformed because they can cause so much more harm with fame and access. Someone then asks, how do we help? OP then says, spread awareness and block. Another user then says, content creator known for his Sunday cleaning vlogs, Sabelo TheKreator Hadebe, is being accused of allegedly graping a couple of young men, most of them alleging it happened during varsity years back in 2019. Another user then commented and said, in 2016 to 17 Braamfontein days, when he used to stay in downtown, he was infamous for grapey behavior. I was shocked to see him as an influencer years later. It happened that he had also posted a picture of himself yesterday, and someone quoted that picture and said, release a statement, Sabelo. Allegations leveled against you are of a serious nature. Pierre then quoted his own tweet and said, I never once received an apology or explanation for what you did, and then tagged Sabelo. And apparently he unmentioned himself from the posts, and he kept kind of unmentioning himself from a number of posts that were tagging him directly. Then there were also other users who were actively tagging the brands that he works with, say, your influencer Sabelo has some serious allegations against him. This isn't the first and won't be the last. Kindly look into your relationship with him. Another one tagged Unilever as well as Coca-Cola. Then the person then tagged Sabelo directly and said, your work puts a personalized touch to brands we love. Kindly personalize your response to this and several other allegations put against you. You will not get away with this, not when social media runs public opinion far more than any other media platform does. Went on to tag some more of the brands that he works with and suggested that they refrain from considering him in future campaigns until this is kind of explained and dealt with. They also said that we cannot tolerate GBV under any circumstances. Someone else then pointed out that his profile picture, Sabelo, is not purple. So they said that this is pissing me off because he's not even participating in the movement. His profile picture, for instance, is not even purple, and he has influence. Now, again, everything I said in this video is alleged. I do not have any information on this. I do not know anything about this. I do not know any of these people personally. And I would like you to please tread lightly in the comments, be respectful, be cognizant of what you're saying, and be aware that words have meanings. I am hoping that Sabelo will then come onto the internet and hopefully with a statement and address these allegations against him. In the meantime, please stay safe, please take care of each other, and please be mindful in the comments. Again, please be mindful of the comments. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is your favorite gossip channel, Kwazi T. Turns out Sabelo, our all-time favorite content creator, is being accused of some nasty shit. Some allegations have been posted online. A few men have come up and said that he has been alleged that he had been sexually assaulting them. But it's not quite clear, but he has issued a statement online on TikTok. So please, guys, check it out. What's your view on this? Do you think he's guilty? Not guilty? Especially after the whole women's shutdown. Jeez, hey.